This is a question I want to pose to any of you who care to answer this. The theory behind bonus depreciation is to reduce business tax liabilities so that the business will have increased cash flow and thereby help the business make more investments. In your experience, do you have an example of when your business elected to take a bonus depreciation deduction and such a deduction resulted in a specific investment being made in the business? And if so, could you share that with our committee here? Anybody?
You know, what's interesting is our accounting firm would regularly come to us at the end of the year to say, we have a credit that's expiring, and do you have the need to spend X number of dollars to take advantage of the depreciation? And what's unfortunate is that making decisions on purchasing equipment in my industry takes a long time. I travel, we learn about things, we understand it. So I'd have to say no, we have not used it to make a decision. What's interesting is in this case that we're in now, it's time to start investing in the company again, and it would be nice to have the availability of this advanced depreciation.
Mr. Ring, any comments?
Yeah, Mr. Moore, we've done that in the past with regard to the purchase of vehicles. We typically would like to purchase 4 or 5 vehicles, $100,000 to $125,000 a year. And similarly, my accountant has come to me and said, we have an opportunity to do this. If it makes sense, if this is something that you might want to do in the next 6 months, let's do it now and take advantage of this. We have done that. On a somewhat related note in testimony of the benefit of government incentives, our company last year did, in the middle of this recession, spent $375,000 to put 240 solar panels on our roof. That was in large part due to the incentives that were offered by the federal government and the state of New Jersey, and made that a very wise business decision with a payback of less than 5 years.
Very good.
Yes.
Anybody else have a comment? Mr. Vandermolen?
Yeah, we've used it for our investment in our rental fleet, and that enables us to utilize those dollars somewhere else. But I'd say even more importantly, our customers have used it, and they will make purchase decisions prior to the end of the calendar year, so that they can utilize those tax savings and know that those sales that happened at the end of the fiscal year in December were very welcome in our company.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Fessler, Mr. Sanford?
I would echo those same things. Typically speaking, when you have either a rebate available to you or a deduction available to you, your accounting staff or marketing people, who's ever available or who's ever aware of those events, they come and they say, you know, this is a good time to do this. We then look at our company, what are our needs? And we know we're going to replace so much equipment each year, but it will cause us to accelerate on an earlier basis the replacement of some of that equipment that will give us more efficient equipment that will operate better and longer. And there's also some environmental impact when you go to a more energy efficient product. So we'll consciously make that decision based on the availability of incentives.
Very good. Mr. Sanford, any comments, sir?
Just one comment. In my remarks, I mentioned being able to reach back further than 3 months, which would be very important in the construction industry, to expand that window for a lessee to go back. Sometimes we'll lease equipment for 6 to 9 months on a long-term purchase option agreement. Depending on the work you've got going forward, looking forward, you feel comfortable enough and you have the credit availability to take that equipment, take it down, put a mortgage on it, and purchase it. It's new equipment when you took it out. So I think expanding that window further than the 3 months would be very, very helpful in our.
Any recommendations for how long to expand?
Well, I don't know what you all would agree to, but 6 to 9 months would certainly help. It gets you from 1 year to the next year.
Thank you, sir. My time is just about up. I yield back, Madam Chair.